Chosen One, October 5th. Big reward has arrived. Please listen. Chosen One, listen carefully. Because this message isn't a coincidence. It's a confirmation. October 5th marks a divine shift, a moment when the energy of your waiting season finally turns into your winning season. The atmosphere around you is changing. Things you thought were delayed are now being delivered. This isn't about luck. It's divine precision. The big reward has arrived, and it carries your name. For so long, you've been sowing in silence, giving your best when nobody was watching, trusting when nothing made sense. You've been patient in the wilderness, faithful through the uncertainty, and consistent when others would have quit. Every seed you planted in faith is now sprouting in divine timing. October 5th is not an ordinary day. It's the unveiling of what's been hidden in preparation. Before we continue, watch this video until the very end, because every word carries vibration. Each sound, each sentence is a code awakening your next level. And when you're done, write your warmest wishes in the comments. Let your words become light. Type 144 as a symbol of alignment, protection, and manifestation. This is not just a number. It's an energetic frequency that activates divine flow. As you do, your wishes begin to vibrate through the universe, attracting what belongs to you. Speak what you desire, feel it, release it, and let heaven echo it back. Now, Chosen One, press the hype button, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's start. Chosen One, the big reward that's unfolding isn't just material. It's spiritual confirmation that your endurance has not gone unnoticed. You've been in the refining stage, not the rejecting stage. The divine wasn't ignoring you, it was upgrading you. What's being released to you now requires maturity, gratitude, and strength. And you've developed all three through your pain, patience, and persistence. This is the moment where the unseen becomes visible. Doors that were sealed shut are swinging open. People who overlooked you are now realizing your value. What was hidden behind delays is being unwrapped in front of your eyes. And here's the truth. The reward that's coming is not just a blessing. It's a restoration. The divine is paying you back for every loss, every tear, every sleepless night. You didn't go through all that to come out empty. You're about to step into overflow, not just survival. But here's what makes this moment different. It's not just about what's coming to you, it's about what's awakening within you. You've crossed an invisible threshold. The old version of you, the one that doubted, feared, and second-guessed divine timing, has completed its assignment. A new version of you is rising, confident, calm, certain. You're no longer waiting for signs. You are the sign. You'll begin to feel an internal peace that doesn't make sense. Things that used to trigger you will suddenly feel small. You'll notice how your energy naturally gravitates toward abundance and away from chaos. That's not a coincidence. It's spiritual maturity. You're learning to respond from wisdom instead of reaction. You're mastering detachment, not because you don't care, but because you trust. October 5th marks the divine completion of an old energetic cycle. The old contracts, the emotional ones, the spiritual ones, the limiting patterns, they're dissolving. You're no longer bound by old versions of yourself. The divine has approved your new season. You're walking into a space where peace pays you back, and favor follows you naturally. There's a reason you've felt a strange mix of calm and anticipation lately. That's your spirit recognizing arrival before your mind can understand it. You're sensing the vibration of the reward that's already on its way. The divine never makes noise when it delivers. It moves quietly but powerfully. Pay attention to the subtle confirmations, unexpected opportunities, gentle nudges, synchronicities that seem too perfect to be random. They're all signals that your big reward is unfolding. This is also the season where discernment matters. Not every invitation is divine. Not every door that opens is yours to walk through. The divine reward doesn't require you to chase or force. It flows toward you when you stay aligned. Your only job now is to maintain your frequency. Stay anchored in gratitude, grounded in faith, and open to receiving. The vibration of gratitude is what magnetizes miracles. And as you align, you'll start to see how divine justice works. The people who wronged you will face their lessons, not because of vengeance, but because balance must return to the universe. The divine doesn't punish, it corrects. And to you, chosen one, are now being corrected upward. You're being positioned for visibility, influence, and impact. What's coming for you will not require validation. It will be undeniable. You'll see evidence of divine orchestration everywhere, in the timing, in the people who suddenly appear, in the opportunities that seem tailor-made for you. You'll realize that none of it was random. Every disappointment redirected you here. Every delay recalibrated your path. The reward of this season isn't just money or status. It's clarity. You'll finally understand why you had to go through what you did. The divine was stretching your capacity to hold more. To whom much is given, much is refined. And now, chosen one, you've passed the refinement. This is the part where life starts responding to your energy differently. You'll notice that things flow easier. Synchronicities multiply. Manifestations quicken. It's because your vibration has reached a state of trust. You no longer manifest from fear or lack. You manifest from faith and peace. That's the highest frequency there is. So when you wake up on October 5th, take a deep breath and know, this day is a marker in your timeline. The shift has already happened. You don't need to beg or plead for what's next. You simply need to receive. The divine isn't giving you a reward because of your perfection. It's rewarding your perseverance. It's acknowledging your inner work, the silent healing, the nights you cried and still prayed, the times you gave even when you had nothing left. That's what heaven calls worthiness. And now, the universe is responding. This is your reminder. You don't have to fight for what's already yours. The divine doesn't make promises it can't keep. Every blessing attached to your name is making its way home. Your faith has become your currency, and your patience has written your receipt. The big reward is not coming soon. It's here. You're stepping into the manifestation of everything you once visualized, even when no one believed you. Chosen one, as this divine reward begins to unfold, you must understand something. Blessings come with balance. Every elevation carries a new level of responsibility, not just in the physical sense, but in the energetic one. When you are blessed abundantly, your vibration expands, and that expansion calls for greater awareness. You can no longer respond to life the way you once did. Your reactions, your focus, your energy, they all become sacred currency. The divine isn't just giving you something, it's trusting you with something. This reward is not random, it's strategic. It has been measured against your growth, your readiness, and your ability to sustain it. What's arriving is not a test of faith anymore, it's a test of stewardship. Can you handle overflow without forgetting where it came from? Can you celebrate the gift without losing sight of the giver? That's the real lesson of reward, not to let the blessing blur your devotion. You've entered a frequency where manifestation happens quickly. Thoughts, intentions, and emotions are now magnets, pulling reality into alignment. This is why you must protect your mental environment with precision. You cannot afford to dwell in fear, doubt, or guilt. Those vibrations will only distort the flow that's meant to stay pure. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. Every time you choose peace over panic, you strengthen the foundation of your new timeline. October 5th marks the point where old blockages dissolve. For many of you, this will manifest through financial breakthroughs, creative inspiration, reconciliations, or unexpected opportunities. It may come through people or paths you least expect, but it will always come with confirmation. A peace that sits deep in your chest, a knowing that whispers, "This is for me." The divine never delivers confusion. Confusion comes from resistance. Clarity is the signature of alignment. This is also the season where you'll begin to notice subtle energetic shifts in your surroundings. Some people may suddenly distance themselves. Don't chase them. Their season in your story may have served its purpose. As your energy ascends, the universe rearranges your environment to match your frequency. This can feel lonely at first, but it's sacred isolation, a divine setup for elevation. Solitude is not punishment, it's preparation. You'll begin to feel called towards simplicity. The noise that once entertained you will start to feel heavy. The distractions that once numbed you will no longer fit. That's because your spirit has matured beyond survival mode. You no longer need chaos to feel alive. You're entering a state of peace that's powerful enough to create without strain. This peace is the real wealth, and it will attract everything else naturally. This new energy of reward also calls for discernment in how you share your blessings. Not everyone will celebrate your breakthrough. Some will see your rise and project their unresolved pain onto your progress. Don't take it personally. Jealousy is simply a mirror reflecting where others have disconnected from their own light. Your job isn't to dim yourself, it's to stay compassionate, not complacent. You can outshine without outshouting. Your silence will speak louder than your success ever could. The divine wants you to remember, humility is your armor now. Gratitude is your anchor. The more thankful you remain, the more stable your abundance becomes. Gratitude keeps you in rhythm with divine flow. It prevents ego from hijacking elevation. Every time you say, "Thank you," you create spiritual momentum. Every act of appreciation multiplies your reward in unseen ways. This is also a time to be generous. The divine doesn't bless you to build walls. It blesses you to build bridges. When you share, whether it's wisdom, resources, or kindness, you expand the current of abundance. Giving doesn't reduce your flow. It strengthens it. You become a conduit for divine distribution. And when you give with pure intention, the universe records it, not in numbers, but in vibration. The more you pour from overflow, the more you are refilled with ease. You may also notice that your intuition feels sharper than ever. That's no accident. As your blessings increase, so does your need for spiritual sensitivity. Pay attention to the inner voice that whispers before your mind overthinks. That's divine intelligence moving through you. Trust it, even when logic doesn't agree. Intuition is the GPS of miracles. It leads you to divine intersections where grace and opportunity meet. Chosen one, as you step deeper into this reward, remember this truth. Manifestation without maintenance fades. What you sustain through awareness lasts. Keep your spiritual hygiene clean, your thoughts uncluttered, your heart forgiving, your motives pure. Every day, take a moment to realign, to breathe, to express gratitude, to visualize light surrounding everything you touch. This isn't just spiritual talk, it's energetic practice. And while October 5th marks the visible beginning, the flow that starts now is ongoing. The divine doesn't operate in moments. It operates in momentum. What starts as a blessing becomes a lifestyle. You are not meant to experience a single miracle. You are meant to live miraculously. Every day becomes an unfolding of divine proof that faith was worth it. You'll soon realize that the big reward isn't about something arriving. It's about something awakening. You are awakening into the level of yourself that no longer doubts the impossible. You'll look back at the waiting season and smile, not because it was easy, but because it was essential. Every delay prepared the soil. Every disappointment watered your resilience. Every test built the version of you capable of carrying this level of divine favor. Your reward is not random. It's custom-made for your energy. It fits you perfectly because it was crafted from your lessons, your tears, and your faith. Nothing wasted, nothing lost, everything transformed. The divine is saying to you now, you've earned this through endurance. But the real reward isn't the thing, it's the transformation. The wealth, the opportunity, the healing, the recognition. They're all reflections of the growth that already happened inside you. You didn't attract this, you became this. And when you truly understand that, you'll stop asking, why me, and start saying, of course me. Because the chosen path was never about deserving. It was about developing. You were chosen not for ease, but for expansion. And now, your expansion has met its evidence. October 5th is your timestamp, a moment marked in heaven and mirrored on earth. It's the day your vibration meets your vision. It's the day your patience pays interest. The day your spiritual investments mature into tangible reality. You've waited long enough. You've healed deeply enough. You've trusted bravely enough. Now, chosen one, it's time to receive fully. Chosen one, when divine overflow enters your life, it carries both a blessing and a lesson. The blessing is obvious: peace, provision, prosperity. But the lesson is subtle: how to hold what you've prayed for without letting it hold you. When the big reward arrives, the divine observes how you handle the weight of answered prayers. Many people can survive lack, few can survive abundance, but you are being equipped to thrive in it, to live in balance, where spiritual awareness and material success move as one. This next phase of your journey is not about striving. It's about stewardship. You've already proven you can endure. Now, the divine is showing you that you can expand. This requires a different energy, calm confidence. You'll notice how peace becomes your power now. The more centered you are, the more miracles align around you. You won't need to push doors open. They'll sense your vibration and swing wide on their own. That's what divine flow feels like: effortless precision. In this season, it's important to remember that abundance doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your beliefs. If your mind still identifies with struggle, the universe will keep matching that frequency. But if you shift into the awareness that abundance is your natural state, you begin to magnetize it continuously. The divine doesn't operate in scarcity. It operates in expansion. You are being trained to think as the divine thinks, infinitely. You will begin to feel that time itself starts working for you. The opportunities that once seemed delayed will now appear quickly. You'll meet the right people at the right moments, receive unexpected confirmations, and find that even challenges turn into stepping stones. That's the rhythm of divine alignment. It uses everything, even obstacles, to propel you forward. But this level of reward comes with energetic sensitivity. You'll notice how environments, conversations, and habits affect your vibration more strongly than before. That's because your frequency is purer now, less tolerant of anything that drains your light. Protect your peace like sacred treasure. Not every place deserves your presence, and not every person can handle your frequency. This isn't arrogance, it's discernment. When your energy rises, your environment must adjust or release. Chosen one, you'll also begin to feel the shift in how you perceive value. Where once you saw wealth as accumulation, you'll now recognize it as circulation. Money will start to feel like energy, something that flows through you, not something you chase. The divine will teach you how to manage your blessings through generosity and gratitude, not fear or control. You'll see that the more freely you give, the more freely it returns. The divine multiplies what moves. Stagnation only slows the flow. This is why gratitude is not just a nice emotion. It's a spiritual technology. Every time you give thanks for what you have, you raise the vibration of that blessing and open the channel for more. When you wake up each morning, instead of asking for more, say, "Thank you that it's already here." Gratitude collapses the distance between desire and manifestation. It brings tomorrow's blessings into today's awareness. As you continue to receive this divine overflow, pay attention to how your energy responds. Do you feel expanded or contracted? Do you feel light or heavy? The divine will communicate through feeling before form. If something feels forced, it's not meant for now. If something feels aligned, it will flow with grace. You are learning to read the language of energy, the subtle frequency of divine timing. This new level also brings visibility. People will start noticing your glow, your peace, your ease. Some will admire it. Others may question it. Don't explain yourself. Divine favor is self-evident. It doesn't need defending. Your calm will confuse those who expect you to crumble. Your silence will speak louder than justification ever could. Remember, chosen one. Not everyone will understand the blessing, because not everyone endured the battle. They didn't see your private prayers, your inner work, or your silent sacrifices. Don't expect them to. The divine didn't choose you for approval, it chose you for purpose. The ones meant to understand will feel your frequency without needing your explanation. As October 5th unfolds and days follow, you'll realize this isn't just about receiving, it's about becoming. You are becoming the version of yourself that can handle heaven's plans with grace. You're being refined into a vessel that can carry wealth without worry, power without pride, and peace without pretense. You are not chasing miracles anymore. You are embodying them. You've become the very vibration that attracts what you once begged for. Now, let's talk about energy conservation, because the more light you hold, the more deliberate you must become about how you spend it. Every word you speak is a seed. Every thought is a transaction. Every emotion is an investment. Be mindful of where you plant your energy. Don't waste divine currency on worry, arguments, or validation. The universe multiplies what you focus on, so focus wisely. You may notice that your body feels lighter or your sleep feels deeper. That's because divine energy is recalibrating your system. You're shifting into a higher dimension of awareness, one where synchronicities guide you and intuition leads you effortlessly. Trust these sensations, for they're proof that the unseen is working on your behalf. You'll begin to attract what feels like miraculous coincidences, random blessings that appear just in time. But nothing is random now. You're simply aligning with a timeline where blessings exist as your default state. The divine isn't rewarding you for effort anymore. It's rewarding you for alignment. You'll know you're in flow when life feels lighter, not easier, but more meaningful. Challenges won't intimidate you because you'll sense purpose behind them. Loss won't scare you because you'll know that divine replacement always exceeds what's removed. You'll understand that nothing is ever truly gone. It just transforms to meet you at a higher vibration. So as this big reward continues to manifest, keep your energy uncluttered. Don't rush. Don't grasp. Flow. Trust that divine timing is exact, not delayed. The moment you stop chasing outcomes, they start chasing you. The divine always rewards surrender more than striving. And in this space of trust, your creativity will bloom again. Ideas you once abandoned will return with new life. Projects will move smoothly. Collaborations will appear that feel divinely orchestrated. The divine is not only blessing your bank account, it's blessing your mind. Inspiration will flow like currency. You'll begin to see abundance not as something you earn, but something you embody. The more peaceful you become, the faster miracles appear. That's the paradox of divine flow. The less you force, the more you receive. This is your reminder. You don't have to prove your worth anymore. Your worth was established long before your work. The reward is simply a reflection of your readiness. This season is sacred. Chosen one. Protect it. Cherish it. Don't rush it. Because once divine momentum begins, nothing can stop it. Not resistance, not fear, not time. What's written for you will find you, even if it has to move mountains to do so. You've entered the current of unstoppable grace. Every step you take from here will be guided. Every decision will be inspired. Every outcome will carry purpose. And the more you trust this, the more miracles will appear. Not as surprises, but as confirmations. Chosen one, what's happening now is not just a blessing, it's a transformation. Your outer world is beginning to mirror your inner alignment. What once felt far away is suddenly within reach. The opportunities, the ideas, the recognition, the increase, all of it is arriving because you have become a vibrational match for what you once dreamed of. But as your life expands, the most important thing to remember is this: don't lose your center. When the big reward arrives, it will be tempting to move faster, to do more, to prove something. But divine timing doesn't require performance. You don't have to chase what's already yours. You simply have to hold space for it. The energy of expansion needs calm, not chaos. It's in stillness that abundance finds structure. When you rest, the divine arranges the details. You'll begin to feel how the universe moves in waves. Give and receive. Inhale and exhale. Silence and expression. To live in divine flow is to move with this rhythm rather than resist it. There will be moments when you're called to act boldly, and moments when you're called to pause completely. Both are sacred. Both are necessary. Learning the balance between momentum and surrender is the true art of mastery. As abundance begins to multiply, humility becomes your shield. Stay grounded in gratitude. Remember where you came from, not to glorify the struggle, but to appreciate the strength it built. The divine does not elevate you to forget your roots. It elevates you so you can water the soil that raised you. Your blessings are not trophies, they are tools. Use them to build, to bless, to heal, to inspire. You'll notice how people respond to your light differently now. Some will be drawn to you instinctively. Others may feel uncomfortable around you without knowing why. It's because your energy is now truth in motion, and truth always exposes. Some will rise to match it. Others will retreat. Don't take either personally. Let people find their own alignment. You're not here to convince anyone. You're here to embody what's possible. This season of reward will test your ability to stay inwardly stable, while the outer world shifts rapidly. Money will flow easier. Opportunities will multiply. But the real challenge is to keep your heart quiet in the noise. To remember that wealth without wisdom is weight. You are being trained to carry light, not just in your spirit, but in your lifestyle. Divine wealth is not heavy. It flows freely through the hands of those who remain pure in intention. This is why your spiritual practices matter now more than ever. Keep returning to silence. Keep meditating. Keep journaling your gratitude. Keep connecting with the divine daily. Not because you fear losing your blessings, but because connection sustains clarity. The moment you disconnect, confusion enters, and confusion is the opposite of flow. The divine is not asking you to be perfect, only present. To stay awake within the blessing. To remain aware that everything happening now is part of a greater orchestration. You don't need to figure out the how anymore. That's not your job. Your job is to stay aligned with the why. The how unfolds automatically when the why stays pure. You may also find yourself in environments where influence carries temptation, where ego whispers louder than intuition. In those moments, pause. Remember that your power is not in being above others. It's in being among them without losing your integrity. The divine doesn't promote you for image, it promotes you for impact. Use your elevation to lift others, not to separate from them. Chosen one, the mark of true abundance is peace. The richest soul is the one that can sleep deeply, knowing they've harmed no one, betrayed no purpose, and remained true to their divine call. Don't let wealth distract you from wisdom. Let it magnify your humility, not your pride. The divine rewards those who remember that giving is the final form of gratitude. This is also the time when you'll start to see signs of multiplication in areas beyond money. Relationships will deepen. Creativity will flow naturally. Even your health and energy will renew. That's because divine reward doesn't come in pieces. It comes as wholeness. The same force that increases your resources also expands your joy, your compassion, your insight. You are not being blessed in one area. You're being balanced in all of them. You might notice that people begin seeking your advice, your presence, your energy. They may not know what has changed, but they'll feel it. You are radiating stability. You've become the calm in the storm, not because life stopped being unpredictable, but because you stopped being reactive. That's what divine confidence looks like. It's not loud. It's steady. In moments of reflection, you'll realize that what's happening to you isn't luck. It's alignment. Every time you chose forgiveness over resentment, patience over panic, faith over frustration, you were preparing for this. You didn't know it then, but the divine was watching your consistency. And now, you're being rewarded not for what you did, but for who you became. Your story is shifting into testimony. You are entering a space where miracles follow you naturally. When you walk into a room, energy shifts. When you speak, hearts awaken. This is what it means to be chosen. Not just to receive blessings, but to become one. Keep your eyes open. Chosen one. Watch for divine patterns. The universe is communicating with you constantly through numbers, dreams, symbols, music, and timing. Nothing is random anymore. Each sign is a message of assurance that you're on the right path. When something repeats, it's the divine saying, "Pay attention. This matters." And remember this truth. Peace is the evidence of divine approval. If an opportunity excites you but doesn't bring peace, it's not aligned. If it feels calm yet powerful, that's divine green light. Follow peace more than profit, purpose more than popularity. That's how you stay within the flow that sustains miracles. Because when peace leads, miracles follow, and nothing aligned will ever require you to abandon your calm.